Welcome back to the program Business Morning. This is not Capital Market, this is Business Morning, actually. Let's look back at some of the news that we are looking at this morning. We told you earlier about the Nigerian Stock Exchange and other stakeholders, basically the Governing Council of the NSE now, and the Convention on Business Integrity. We'll be looking at the Diamond Bank PLC and Stanbic IBTC Holdings a PLC membership of the CBI rating of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. That follows the fine, the $8.1 billion fine that was levied on these two companies as a result of the certificate of capital importation that was issued to MTN Nigeria in terms of repatriation of dividends some years back. This is expected to be impacting the market as these two companies were one of the 35 firms that were awarded the corporate governance rating system certification in the early part of this year. The rating was introduced into the capital market in 2012 and launched in 2014. But the CGRS is a joint initiative between the Nigerian Stock Exchange and the Convention on Business Integrity. Now let's go back to the trading floor. We're joined now by Mr. Andy Saku, who is the trader with Capital Care Securities. Thank you so much for coming through, sir.
Good morning, Temple.
Morning, sir. So what for you will be the impact of this news for shareholders and generally for the markets today?
Yeah, of course, the market thrives on the information. Issues of integrity are very germane, and whatever is going to keep the market and its participants at the best of practices, that is certainly inviting to the hearers. So the market is hopefully looking forward to how much of this can be internalized into the fortunes that we're seeing dwindling down significantly. So I think the challenge remains that corporate institutions, whether listed or acting outside of the scope of the stock exchange, essentially, toe the lines of best global practices. And every effort to that extent is welcome.
Surprisingly, we've been seeing more traction, more sentiment, positive sentiments now on Diamond Bank, despite this fines that has been paid or that has been deducted from the bank, from the accounts of Diamond Bank. It's traded at ₦1 30-something kobo. Why are we seeing this level of sentiment there, and what will we be expecting after this information that has been pushed out?
Well, Diamond Bank actually has suffered significant diminution in value on account of its historical release of results, which the market greeted with great apathy, and to an extent it was severely punished. So we saw the price hitherto dropping even below ₦1.20 kobo at some point. So it does appear that somehow the market had a sense of this situation, and I guess had been factored into the valuation of Diamond Bank. On a general scale, I think the stock price still looks low, given also the fact that there's some potential in the bank in terms of the retail space of business that has been doing. So by and large, what you're seeing in terms of price appreciation hasn't really compensated for the level of diminution that it has suffered on the release of its numbers earlier on account of its performance, of course. So we do think that this may not be sustained, except, of course, when the next set of numbers come out from the bank. They have a task in hand to deal with, and I hope that somehow they'll get to the facts, subsequently.
All right, Mr. Andy Saku, trader with Capital Care Securities, thank you so much for your time. Time to go. We also understand that the Nigerian Stock Exchange has reclassified eTranzact, which is a listed company in the market, from medium-priced stock to low-priced stock. We'll be watching the number of this particular company today. Thank you for being a part of the program. Thank you for your time. Temple Ashaju. I'll see you next time.